So in the final task of the digital clock and countdown timer project, we are going to be updating the countdown timer function. So basically our task is to update the countdown timer function, and just as the previous subtask, we have to use \r and then print it properly so that it gets printed in the same line. We have imported time module over here and system module over here, and the user choice function, if it is 1, it's going to be redirected to digital clock function, and else if it is 2, it's going to be redirected to the countdown timer function. If it's given, if the user inputs any other number, then it's going to print invalid choice. So in the digital clock function, basically we have this first line to indicate that it displays the digital clock, and then we're going to run an infinite loop to get the current time and then format it, and then to print it accordingly without getting printed in the next line using this end and r. So again we're going to time sleep so that the function waits 1 second before running again in this loop. So let's come to the countdown timer function as a subtask. So first we're given this line so that the programmer understands that it counts down, and then we're going to print countdown timer started after getting the seconds over here. So what we are going to do is we are going to basically write a while loop while seconds is greater than 0, that is the number of seconds to be count down from is greater than 0, we're going to print this out. So what \r does is basically it goes to the very first character of the current line on the console, thereby it prints at the start instead of getting printed in the middle, and then we are going to print out the number of seconds, and then we're going to print out this text seconds because this gives the number, and over here we're going to print out seconds, and then we're going to give end equal to empty so that it does not print a new line character, thereby making sure the time remaining is going to be printed in the same line. And once again we're going to time sleep 1 so that the function waits 1 whole second before running again. And over here what we are doing is we are going to decrement the seconds variable by 1. Basically when we get the seconds as 60 over here, let's say, it's going to get printed as time remaining 60. But then in the next line it should print time remaining as 59. Hence we are going to decrease this variable by 1, and this entire loop will occur until the value of seconds will be 0. Then what would happen is that this particular statement would not hold true. Hence it would come out of the while loop, and then it's going to print times up. And finally in the main function we're going to write an infinite loop to take in user choice and redirect the user accordingly. So let's see how this code works once. Let's say I give countdown timer and let it be 10 seconds. Let it be 5 seconds actually. So I've given countdown timer and let it be 5 seconds. So you can see it's getting printed in the same line and it's counting down accordingly, and at the end it's showing times up. So let's give digital clock once. So you can see this is also working properly. Now let's just submit this code and see if it passes all the test cases. So yeah, it passes all 3 of the test cases and it's worked successfully. So this project was part of our course Python project for beginners, where we have 11 different Python projects so that beginners can get familiar with Python and understand how it works. And yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, maybe try heading over to CodeChef to try it out yourself or try different roadmaps. And if you're already on CodeChef, good job diving into the solution. Continue on with the next project. Thank you.